for everyone listening, we had the lady. This came out last
Penelope
week.
Jackson.
Penelope Jackson.
66-year-old woman who murdered her husband.
She murdered her husband,
God.
Claiming that he was an aggressive bully.
wait. She stabbed her husband.
Stabbed him to death, yeah.
And when she called the police and said, "I've stabbed him. Hopefully, I've killed him."
Yes.
She was very nonchalant.
She
on
was
the phone.
nonchalant.
She did.
Do we want to
she
talk
gave
about the race of these people? Is that
She's white. She's
They're-
white.
they're
She's
white.
right?
And so the police come. She's like, "He's inside. Hopefully,
He's
you're
bleeding
too
out
late."
and hopefully he's dead and it's too late.
So Sarah,
And if I haven't killed him,
Um,
I've done a bad job.
he done a post on it, and what you was basically saying is that she's killed her husband, and
Yes.
all the women have
They
her
were
on her side.
they were supporting her.
Now, so what you done is you showed some of the posts that
footage.
you showed the footage. You also showed some of the posts that the women have put, and I think maybe if it wasn't my post, someone had said something very similar to mine that, which was basically the last one. I was like, is that my post? But basically, I don't know because that's not my words. He done a number on her, but I said she basically, in my opinion, of watching this, I felt that whatever she had gone through, she had gone through something and she got pushed through it. Now, what I wanted to cover with you is as I watched what you said, I was like, rare. I kind of felt away like, did I judge too quickly? However, my judgment was based on experience, not my own personal experience, but experience of what I've seen women in domestic violence
Cases,
go
yeah.
through.
this is wonderful, guys, because this is where I wanted to go.
Go on.
So what I've seen women in domestic violence go through and how it has affected them. So I've seen someone very close to me go through about 20 years of domestic violence.
Wow.
And
Okay.
as seeing her be so calm with the bruises, the black eyes
Did
and
she call the
everything.
police on him or?
She never did. She never called the police on him. And there was at one point, as we got towards the end, I thought to myself, I remember having a conversation with her mum and saying she needs to leave him because she's going to kill him. I remember being with her and her just being calm and fitting in and being all normal and lifting up her eye, and she had the blackest eye, and we had been partying for about 2-3 hours. No one had noticed this black eye until she lifted it up and showed us. And it was like, so for me, my comment on what Penelope had done was based on experience. I've seen women, and Penelope is not that, my close person is not the only person that I've seen go do this and act like this.
Right.
But I just thought a lot of these women are going based on experience, whether it's their own, whether it's their own or it's someone close to them. So as I always hear I hear your opinion. And so I heard what you were saying, and I did feel like I felt a bit away, like rah. I felt a little bit guilty, but then I thought, but I've seen it.
Yeah, but you're not going to see it from the man's perspective.
I'm
and
not.
I don't expect you, just like we were just talking about your thing, you're not going to see it from the man's perspective. And that's why I feel like there needs to be a little bit of balance somewhere, because I know women that have gone through domestic violence.
Yeah.
I also know men that have been accused of domestic violence and didn't do anything. Do you get what I'm saying? I know women, as a matter of fact, a woman that I've known for a while now, 2 weeks ago, was violently raped.
Wow. Sorry to hear that.
And I've never in my life seen someone become a shell of who they were when an incident happened. I used to know her as a certain way. This happened. I went to see her. I said to myself, who is this woman?
Yeah.
She was a shell of herself. So I've seen women in DV cases and rape cases. I've seen it. However, in this specific case, the nonchalant way in which she went on, and the fact of the accusations, and the fact that she'd been with him for so long, and the fact that there was no evidence, and the fact that 2 weeks after I made the video, she was now found guilty and sentenced to 18 years.
Yeah, I didn't know anything since then.
Yeah,
Real
she's in prison for 18 years now.
Wow. Because even DV cases, you don't usually get that length of time.
Right. So that means that people were like, nah, this is a mad case. This woman's not, no, she could have just been a mad woman. But my thing is, it's the way the women jumped towards her defense. Because I know for a fact, if a man was that nonchalant about killing a woman, men wouldn't jump to his defense. They'll be like, what's going on here?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to jump to his defense. I don't know what's going on because, boy, but it's the fact that women jump to, you see what, someone said, you see what men make us do.
That's all right.
I was like,
heard-
what?
Yeah, I heard that he'd had some sort of like mental breakdown, or he'd had something happen to him prior to that, which could potentially have made him do some stuff that maybe he didn't know he was doing. I don't know if that's what.
Whatever the
truth is in
case
that.
was, she got 18 years.
Right. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Whether or not, I don't know the case. No one knows the ins and outs of the case. But my thing was, it was the way in which women just jumped to her defense. And this is what I was
Okay.
That's what
talking
you're
about,
saying.
how women just defend other women when it comes to men automatically.
Okay.
As if, I'm sure you girls, yeah, whether you do or not actually, you might know some women that are a little bit,
We
when it
don't
comes to a little
do that. We don't do that.
Yeah. No.
a little bit when it comes to men, and they can do some stuff. There might be. I know. Okay, so we're going back to things that have happened and situations that we've seen. When I was 21, when I was 21, I had a friend who got this woman pregnant, had a baby with this girl. He didn't want to be. He was with her. He was fine with having a baby, but they broke up like quite soon after, and he would always tell me how crazy she was. Oh my God, she wants to get back together. She's doing this, she's doing that. And just hearing it from him, I was like, bro, it can't be that. It's not that bad. Till one day, we were all, 3 of us were in the house. We were just
So
playing.
you, him, and her.
No, me, him, and another friend actually.
Okay.
She had the boy. He was his boy. We were just playing PlayStation, doing 21-year-old stuff. There was a knock at the door. He went up to his door. He came back down 2 minutes later, and he had his baby in a basket.
She dropped it.
So we were like,
Huh?
are you babysitting today? And he was like,
Babysitting.
I just
you know.
opened the door and my son's on the doorstep in the basket.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? He was
Yeah.
like, my son's just on the doorstep in this basket. There's no one there at the door.
Yeah.
So then I was like, what? So then he's sitting down there and we're like talking for like a minute saying, what kind of madness is this? And he just said, this ain't over. And he ran to his window. Said the window's like, he ran to his window. And he's like, shit. And we ran to the window and his car's parked outside.
Mashed up.
This woman is bending the windscreen wiper. She's kicking. And he's run out. I've run out. And she's picked up a brick to try and smash the window of his car. And he's picked her up and he's just like holding her. And he's like, just calm down, blah, blah. And she is going absolutely nuts. I've never seen a woman. She was just like a Tasmanian devil. And I'm like, what is this? And so I've seen women that are crazy because they don't get what they want.
Oh, so what are we saying? Are we saying that is deserving of
murder?
Some sort of not
No,
murder,
but what I'm saying is, as a man who's seen women be crazy, and as a man who's seen men actually physically abuse women,
Yeah.
I know that there's a balance, and not everyone is that case, or not everyone is that case. It seems to be that when women say X, Y, and Z happen, women
that's
just
it.
defend them.
Okay,
So,
understand.
but I've seen crazy women myself. I've experienced one.
I've seen crazy women. I'm very funny when guys, especially if I haven't seen it, and
It's
he's like, "Oh
crazy
yeah, my
thing.
ex is crazy," and I'm like, "But why
What's
is she crazy?
that mean?
What does?
What you
how
do?
crazy is she?
Yeah, and what did you
Because
do?
the levels of crazy can be different.
There's levels of crazy.
Yes.
But I've seen this woman pick up stone to go and smash his window, put the child on the doorstep, and then I'm not. If I finish that story, yeah, this woman took off her shoe. She started slapping him up in the head with it. And I'm thinking to myself, at what point is he gonna switch? I'm thinking, is he gonna switch?
He's
Is he
not
gonna switch? Is he
switching.
gonna switch?
gonna switch.
He grabbed her. She spat in his face. I'm just like, no, this woman's mad. She's nuts. She's nuts. And she's like, fuck you, blah blah blah. And I'm like, no. At some point, he's gonna switch. And he just had her, and he picked her up, and he threw her down. And that's when she was like, I can't believe you done that. I can't believe. And I was like, no, it's long. I was like,
Okay.
no, it's crazy.
Right.
Because if the police
Okay.
were called,
Then
he's
he'd be
finished.
good.
Yeah.
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 I think it's definitely easy for us to get to that point, you know, where
When
we
you say
are
us.
acting wild, women can get there. Like, that could have been a one-off for her. That might not be an everyday situation.
No, I've
He
had to
could
go
have
and pick
done
him up
something.
from being locked in the bathroom before
Right.
by
that,
her when she was
okay.
going mad.
Okay, so that
So,
seems like that.
yeah,
sounds
she
like
had-
it
she was crazy, yeah.
a kind of volatile situation on the whole. Then, you know, but you know, I've had one crazy situation. I've had one crazy situation. It's not an everyday thing, and it's very rare that I would get to that. But
Do you want to talk on it?
say that again? What am I talking about?
What crazy
Does
situation?
she know? Does she know?
Oh God, no,
Did you
it's
scratch
not
cars?
about
Did
me.
you smash windows?
Yeah, I'm just saying that it
Did you
can
burn
happen.
clothes?
No, oh God, what are
you
you
burnt
doing?
clothes?
here,
I'm just
lad?
saying,
What are
because
you
this is the
doing?
thing. Men don't do that.
No, but no,
Men
but-
don't know that type of crazy, as in, if a man's type of crazy is to punch a woman in her face or do some kind of domestic violence stuff. I'm not saying it is right, but I'm
Right.
saying when a man goes crazy on a woman, it's a violent thing. When a woman goes crazy on a man, it could be violence. She could smash a window on your car. She could burn your clothes. She could pour bleach on your clothes.
Yeah.
There's just so many different things
Yeah,
that a woman's
because
going to do
just
to
want
you.
to go to the most.
You want to
we
go
just
to
wanna
the extreme. Yeah.
But that could just be a one-off situation because of something that you've done that we're just like, what can we do?
That
you know,
we've done.
That what can we do?
You're in control of your own emotions, my dear.
I know, but for that one night, allow me in it. Like, I can't always be in control of my emotions. Give me a minute. You've done some fuckery. I'm fuming. I'm emotional. I'm upset. I want to get you back. This is a one-off. Once I've done it, I'll be all right. Just give me my moment. You know what
No,
I'm
you
saying?
don't. You don't get to do that.
Right.
You just don't get to do that because
But not
if men got
every
to
day
do
in
that,
control.
but that's what I'm saying. Because when men get out of control, they go to prison for it.
Right, but this is
When women get out of
okay.
control, they don't generally go to prison for it. People say, it's just a woman going crazy, innit?
It's-
I've seen women scratch men's faces, literally assault a man, and get off on it and be like, woman going crazy, innit? If a man scratched a woman's face, what's happening?
See, but I don't agree with that. I don't agree with women putting their hands on men.
I don't agree with anyone putting their hands on anyone.
Anybody.
Yeah, well, anybody. But